And what's happening, brother?
Oh, hey Dom, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So what kind of lame stuff did you bring me today, Mr. Buena?
I brought you quite a lot about memory storage. I'll try and keep you on the subject. I know it's kind of hard for you, like an aliens or something weird like that.
I'll try my best, but I can't make no promises. But what kind of experiences have you brought with the psychology stuff?
So I took AP Psychology in high school with a super flamboyant teacher by the name of Mr. O'Donnell. Um, he was pretty scary. I took a lot of classes with him.
He does sound like a very scary and flamboyant man, if I do say so myself.
He was.
But I did a little research on you before you came on today, and I would like you to teach all of us your ways.
All right. I love yours. So, Mr. Warren, tell me your earliest memory.
My earliest memory, I was around 6, I'd say, and I had just gone out of bed. I was ready, but actually I wasn't ready because I had a nightmare. What is that nightmare about? Couldn't tell you, but I'm gonna go tell my mom about it. And she would have been here to tell us if she wasn't busy being like Rey Mysterio and The Undertaker with my father for some reason. They must really love WWE at night.
Well, that's definitely an interesting memory. Might have even been a little traumatic.
Oh, for sure, for sure. No kizzy, cuh.
All right, thanks, Dom. Glad you agree. So, after some heavy analysis, I'd say that's your first ever episodic memory that you still remember, which is what we call explicit personal memories. The reason why you don't remember a lot of things when you're young, and 6 is probably a normal age for this, or 7, or however old you were, is because the most important part of the brain for memory, the hippocampus, hasn't matured very well, especially when you're young. So it really tends to stick to traumatic events, when you're young, like you clearly experienced. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Damn, that's crazy, cuh. But like, what was your earliest memory?
That's not very important. But my house burned down in Pittsburgh, I think. Um, I was pretty young. Or maybe the time I almost ran over a family of 4 when I got my license, but that was a little bit later. I don't
Straight
really
up
remember much between.
killer.
Um, so Dominic, do you remember your first kiss?
Of course I do, actually. It was in high school, and I was working on a production called Mamma Mia, and this beauty named Chris Lynn, he just came up to me, did the classic, you know. He gave me a big fat one. What can I say? I'll never forget.
Kristlin sounds like quite a beauty, huh? What do you look like? I imagine he had an amazing mullet.
He did. He did.
Mm. So definitely a flashbulb memory, which is when we remember something very emotional. Um, and we tend to remember those, especially first kisses, death. Um, yeah.
So like, how does our brain even remember that stuff?
Um, I'll answer that right after this short advertisement.
Right, Big Red?
Yeah.
Uh, so I hear you want to get a bigger hippocampus. Do I got just a product for you? It's called the Big Campus. Minimum, minimum increase of 3 inches. Maximum 20-fold. Get your sexy, huge hippocampus with the bigger campus. And welcome back to the Dominic Warren Experience. And if you ask me, you don't need 3 more inches. I think you should be happy with the 3 that you got, because that's more than enough. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're a dead liar, Mr. Buena.
I'd agree. I don't need those myself. I think I'm pretty happy with the size of my hippocampus. It has a lot of power. I memorized a lot. Pretty good memory.
I bet it was. So, what were we talking about? I don't remember.
Uh, the question was, how do we remember things? So we have these neurons in our head, these cells, and every memory we make, our neurons rearrange how they're formed, and the electrical composition of each cell slightly changes just to make the memories unique. So it's kind of encodes into the neurons our memories. We're not really too sure about what's inside and how those um, different configurations make our memories, but we know where we can find them.
So what you saying is you don't know anything, Mr. Buena?
Um, we know some things. The brain's pretty complicated. We know that the memories are stored all over, so nothing's just stored in one singular place. It's kind of a network. There's so many reasons why we remember all the different things that we do and why.
Huh?
Do you know how to ride a bike, Mr. Warren?
I know. I know how to write lots of things, Mr. Buena.
I can only wonder what that would mean. So the reason why you can is because of the basal ganglia, which is deep in the brain and it helps us remember our like physical movements like riding a bike or whatever else you had in mind.
Sorry.
It's alright, we can end the podcast
I don't
shortly.
care, nerd. But, like, anyway, do you think an alien could out-gobble the glizzy gobbler?
I'm not sure, but you do know sleep actually helps process memories, right? And how's aliens and the Gizzy Gobbler even related?
Inshallah, thanks for watching the Dominic Warren Experience.
And thanks for having me.
Right, Big Red?
Yeah.
This is a certified hood classic.
But I'm a creep.